Let's talk about the ultimate goal of leadership. What is leadership all about? What are the real signs of success? If you're a spiritual leader, the answer is not found in the size of your pay packet or of your church. In fact, no matter what field of service you are in, success is actually never about the leader. It's about the people that you're serving. The real goal of leadership is to serve the people and see them succeed. 2 Samuel chapter 7 verse 8 onwards. Now then, tell my servant David, this is what the Lord Almighty says. I took you from the pasture, from tending the flock, and appointed you ruler over my people Israel. I've been with you wherever you've gone, and I've cut off all your enemies from before you. Now I will make your name great like the names of the greatest men on earth, and I will provide a place for my people Israel, and will plant them so that they can have a home of their own and no longer be disturbed. Obviously, God wanted to bless David, but that wasn't the main game. The reason God placed him as king was because he knew that through his leadership, he could give the people a place of their own where they could be secure and prosper. As leaders, we shouldn't be surprised when God prospers us, but we must be careful to remember the lessons God is teaching David in this passage. We need to remember that all leadership is a privilege. David did not make himself king. He did not work himself into the role or get there on his own merits. God took him and made him and helped him, and he does the same with us. Spiritual leadership is never the result of human ambition. It's a calling and an appointment from God, and we are simply privileged to play our part. And before God can trust us with leadership, we need to first learn how to serve. David was a faithful servant long before he was a faithful king. He served his father and brothers, and he served a flawed King Saul, even though he was often treated badly and went completely unrecognized. He probably didn't know it at the time, but these were his foundational lessons in the kind of selfless leadership that God requires. I'm sure David would have enjoyed life in the palace, but he knew God's heart, and his role was always to see the people prosper. His job, and the job of every leader, is to make sure the people are better off because of him, not ripped off through him or neglected by him. My prayer is that you are prospering in your leadership, that you're working hard and you're being well rewarded. But my prayer is also that we may never forget, no matter how good it gets, the ultimate goal is never about us. It's always about the people.